Carrie LaMastus, your hypnotherapist of the group. And today we're going to talk about programming your own subconscious mind with self-hypnosis. But first, we're going to explain again why hypnosis and hypnotherapy are so effective and 6 ways to access your subconscious mind. So you may remember this from my last presentation. This is the triune model of the mind created by my professors at the Hypnotherapy Academy of America, Tim and Angela Sierra. It's called the triune model of the mind because there are 3 sections. Our conscious mind, which appears governed by logic, reason, willpower, and choice. This is the critical factor, is the gatekeeper between your conscious and your subconscious mind. And then this is and we'll come back to that in a moment. This is the subconscious mind, which is larger than the conscious mind. It's also referred to the doer behind the scenes. And some key points to remember about your subconscious mind is it guides the autonomic nervous system. It's an association-making mechanism. Its languages are images and emotions, and it does not discern fact from fiction. So, and then the 3rd section is the superconscious mind, and you know you've entered the superconscious mind when you're in that state of flow, and maybe when you fall in love and time seems to just vanish. That is superconscious mind. So back here to the critical factor. So this is, again, the gatekeeper between your conscious and your subconscious mind. And it's not fully developed until the ages between 7 and 11 years old. So that means that prior to that age, whatever you believe about yourself or hear from an authority figure, i.e. parents, just gets planted right on into your subconscious mind. So mom says to Johnny, "You're such a slob." Johnny believes he's a slob, and 40 years later, he can't keep a job because he can't keep himself organized. Johnny comes to see me and signs up for the regressive release method. During our hypnosis session, I take him back to the moment where his mother called him a slob, and he realizes with his adult reasoning mind that his mom was just stressed out and said something rather flippantly. He forgives his mother under hypnosis, and then we move into the body to find the energy that's been stuck there for 40 years. We remove the energy from the body and replace it with something more positive. So hypnotherapy is the act of reprogramming your subconscious mind. During our hypnotherapy sessions, since Johnny has previously programmed his mind for the last 40 years to believe he's a slob, we use techniques like suggestion therapy and self-hypnosis to reprogram his mind to believe something more positive about himself. So I encourage you all to become the masters of your mind. And to me, this means watch what you allow into your subconscious mind, just like we watch what we put into our mouths. We become conscious of what we're allowing into our subconscious mind. So how do things get planted into your subconscious mind? How do you access your subconscious mind? So 6 ways to bypass the critical factor and gain access to the subconscious mind are authority figures. So whether you're 6 or 60, whomever you deem to have authority over yourself, whether it's your parents or the president, authority figures, so whatever they say, peer groups, swimming in the fish, you're swimming in the sea with the fish, or something like that. Highly emotional events, so think 9/11, when you're in that kind of panicky state. Repetition. Of course, commercials and media have got this figured out a long time ago. The hypnotic state, which is also just a relaxed, open, and receptive state. So think about when you're watching television, you're you're relaxed, you're open, you're receptive. You're probably watching something that's highly emotional movie or something like that. And then you get commercials, repetition, repetition. So like I said, they had this figured out a long time ago. And also agreeing with something plants it right on into your subconscious mind. So now that we understand how to access our subconscious mind, how do you program your own mind? Through self-hypnosis. Self-hypnosis is a powerful technique where we use hypnosis, suggestions, and mental movies to program our own subconscious mind. So we remember that the language of the subconscious mind are images and emotions, and the subconscious mind does not discern fact from fiction. So what are suggestions? I use a protocol in my office called suggestion therapy. It's usually our first session when you come to it, and it helps the client define their goal and really get in touch with their goal and why they came to see me in the first place. I ask questions like, who do you need to be in order to achieve this goal? And what is the single most important action step you need to take in order to achieve this goal? During this process, we write and rewrite and hash out the goal until it meets my criteria, and most importantly, until the client, it feels just right to the client. And then we work on the mental movies. In this process, we get in touch with all of the emotions and the senses that you will experience when you attain your goal. Essentially, you're practicing attaining your goal. So there's a study outside of in Chicago, and I think there was a similar one in Berkeley, where a professor split people into 3 groups to test how many free throws that they can make. The first group practiced the free throws every day, or every day for an hour. The second group just visualized themselves making free throws. And then the third group did nothing at all. So after 30 days, they were tested again. The first group improved 24%. The second group improved 23% without even touching a basketball. And the third group didn't improve at all. So this is an example of the power of visualization and your subconscious mind. So they just practiced by visualizing. So now that we understand suggestions and mental movies, how do you deliver the suggestions to yourself? Well, you can have somebody else, a friend do it, or you can memorize your affirmations or suggestions. My favorite way is to find an app that has a loop recording, or once you record it, it has a loop setting. So you can take yourself into hypnosis and just play in your own voice, the recording into your mind. So how do you get yourself into self-hypnosis? Again, remember from my last discussion, the perfect state to program your subconscious mind is between alpha and theta. So, alpha being a physical and mentally relaxed, and theta being creativity, insight, deep meditation, and reduced consciousness. It's between these 2 areas. So it's not a very deep, it does not have to be a very deep state at all. It's just kind of that open and receptive, relaxed state. So a couple deep breaths and you're there. So when you become aware of what you're allowing into your mind and actively begin to program your own mind, things like losing weight becomes easier, improving your attention span, improve your golf game, increase your memory, improve sleep, and much more. All of these can be easily attained. And if you'd like more information about self-hypnosis, I'm doing seminars starting in August. a 3-night seminar. So if you'd like more information about that, it's on my website under groups, and that is my time. Thank you very much, Carrie LaMastus. It's time to take back your life.
Very cool, Carrie. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Stop share.